broadcasting live at Parliament Square. Kill the Bill protest near Parliament.
That my community uses when we talk about the state, because we see the state and its violence against us on the regular. Like, the fact is that Babylon, there's no difference between the Babylonian states, the government, the people that sit inside that building. There's no difference between them and the guy there, the police officers who are protecting the statue.
How are you doing? Oh, lad. Yeah, I'm good.
Nice one. You just arrived?
Yeah, just arrived. Yeah.
I don't really want to try.
That's so many vans.
But the truth is that there's no differentiation between the doctor who refuses to give adequate medication to a pregnant black woman who's working for the state health system. There's no difference between that and the educator who...
Stickers corner one.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's quite fun yesterday.
The state works in many different ways, but here today we're talking about police and state.
Just solid 2 hours there.
My marginalised communities here, my black and brown people...
If this is the center of it, is that
yeah, there's not that many people here.
It's no
Probably
surprise to us when we talk about
100 or something.
It's no surprise to us when we see these stories of Danny Atkinson, and we see these stories of other black
what
boys.
time is the protest?
I think it's already started already. Yeah.
Last year of stop and search of black people,
Yeah, this is it.
specifically black young boys within our communities.
But there's so many vans
Exactly, what can we do to fight it?
More vans than
Solidarity.
people.
It's about working together
More
within our
police
communities
people here.
to create autonomous systems that work outside of the state power to actually fight for our communities. So I need you all
I like the horn.
go back to your individual boundaries. Think up people. Maybe while you're here sitting talking, maybe talk to each other, work, and hopefully we can create things like police monitoring groups. We can create things like mutual aid groups and networks. We can create things that hold our communities. Because the fact is that the state has failed to provide the basic resources we need to survive. That we need to survive. That we need food in our bellies. We need shelter.
is full of cameras. Legend says.
From oppressive systems of violence. We need freedom and we need liberation.
I think it's the
And our state
facial
will not provide it for
recognition
us,
ban
it
or
will not speak for
something.
us. So, sorry, I'm glad that we got some music coming up. That was quite dark, innit? In conclusion, Babylon shall fall, power to the people, black power. Thank you very much, everyone.
They're just sitting on the floor as well. It's not
Sorry, I just enjoy saying Churchill because every time we do it, like 10 officers come back round and stand near Churchill. They're just so nervous over it. Defend the statues, well done guys, defending statues. You should be defending women, but hey ho. Some amazing points raised there by Justice for Black Lives just in relation to the functionality of the police, and I would advise anyone who's not read the following books to read the following books and reports. Look up Spy Cops and look up Blacklisters, and it will show the true function of the police, and that is to control and monitor the actions of the working classes.
So we're now broadcasting live at Parliament Square. Kill the Bill protest.
Look at Spy Cops and Blacklisted. Their function
At Westminster.
was to disrupt working class organisations and working class
reckon there's about like a couple hundred people here.
Learn
They're all
about the
sitting
miners'
down.
movements, learn about the police that infiltrated the Stephen Lawrence campaign so that they could not get justice. And learn that last year this government passed a piece of legislation called the Chiz Act, which gave those officers the power to infiltrate any movement and commit any crime, even if they're gathering intelligence on peaceful organisations like ours. We are sleepwalking towards a police state, but we can resist. In the 80s, when they came at us, as has just been mentioned by Justice for Black Lives, we organised. We had centres like our own community law centres, which we had in LA. We had community centres where people could go and get food, education, warmth, because anything that they need is in an emergency, they can get it. And it was only 10 or 11 years ago that they went when the Tories got into power. And that is why we're seeing a resurgence of all of this oppression and all of the things that were happening in the 80s. It's never a given. It is never a given. The rights that our ancestors fought for are never a given. They can take them away just as they are attempting to take them away now. But we can fight back, and we can and will resist this bill. We can push back. They want to push us, we will push back. Now, my next speaker is Paula, and she is from Deepak. Welcome, Paula. On behalf of
disabled people against cats. Solidarity to you all today. And this is a message to the Met Police. After 15 months of shielding, disabled people have a message for you. Deepak are back! If you think for 1 minute you're going to stop our right to protest, if you think for 1 minute you're going to stop us from defending our streets and blocking us and not allowing us to block the streets for our rights, you think again. 6 years ago, we stormed the building behind you. We occupied that lobby for well over an hour. We nearly got into the House of Commons chambers during PMQs for the right for independent living. We come out here, we block the roads all through here and up to Whitehall. This is a message to all of us. If disabled people can do it, so can you. Make no mistake about it. This government means business. These are our human rights under attack. And it is a police fascist state we're heading to. Our rights were not handed to us. People bled for them. They died for them. So that you have the rights you have today. And for those rights you're going to have to now defend them. Because they're not just for us. They're for our children and our children's children. And this is a message to Boris Johnson, Theresa Coffey, and Rishi Sunak, and Priti Patel. Be afraid. Be very afraid. If you think for 1 minute you're going to stop us, think again, because we're going to hit you back. These are not your streets. Whose streets are they? Whose streets are they? When they say cut back, we say. When we say, what else do we say? When they say, what else do we say? When they take away our right to protest and we have no justice, what do we say to them? No justice! No justice! See you on the streets very soon, but when Deepak usher that rally and cry for call to action, come and join us and bring your chains and let's shut these streets down. Solidarity.
Amazing, absolutely amazing, Paula. It's very important to kind of note that during the pandemic, all of those things that the government were telling communities with disabilities they couldn't have, like flexible working, work from home, they suddenly became a thing that we could all have. So it's a deliberate choice to marginalise people, it's a deliberate choice to block people from being a part of the workforce. So thank you for coming to speak. Our next speaker is from Justice for Minorities.
Hello people, nice to see all these faces again at conference for after like a while. So thank you very much for coming out, guys. And I was just gonna speak about how it's been over 3 years now since the Grenfell incident. And still no justice for all those that passed away either in a fire or have been displaced and still haven't gotten any justice. We can't forget these people because what the government is trying to do is divide us, get the poorer out and get the richer in. That's the government's whole plan. And that's the same with this bill that they're introducing. They don't want us to speak out the truth about them because they're scared of us. It is the only way they know how to respond to our messages is to silence us. And yeah, like this country says it's a democracy when in actuality it never has been. Since its founding, it has never been a democracy. It has been a dictatorship. Which is disgusting. this country is not like, it's just like any other communist country, whereby it's trying to scare its people and make the people follow their rules, which are not for the majority. And I've got a quote as well, which I'm going to bring up. This quote is from a song that an artist called Loki has made, called Ghost of Grenfell. And in this he says, where are all these people? The blood is on your hands. There will be ashes on your graves. Like a phoenix, we will rise. The blood is on your hands. Oh yeah, that's it. That's a quote. That quote, when you read it in between the lines, has a deep meaning to it, and we can definitely all relate to it once you try and figure out the message behind it. And yeah, one more thing I want to say is, if you guys could repeat after me: fuck the police. Fuck the Tories.
Fuck the Tories!
And fuck the government.
Fuck the government!
That's it.
Jack it all away. Where do you want the Tories? Tories! 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 Yes, we want the Tories out. The Tories are a shower of, I promised I would not swear, but bastards. So, in relation to Grenfell, I just want to say justice for Grenfell all day long. Justice for Grenfell. We hold you in our thoughts, we hold you in our minds, and we will continue to stand with you and fight for justice. A little known fact about Liverpool: we're one of the only cities outside London that holds a monthly vigil for Grenfell every month at the Bondout Church. We stand together and we stand prayers, love, light, healing energy, and we pray for justice for Grenfell. Please go around, continue the disruption. But that's because we've kind of been there as a city, so I'm not sure, has anyone heard about the Hillsborough disaster? Yeah. So the Hillsborough disaster was when 96 Liverpool fans lost their lives, and the Tories and the mainstream media gaslighted the whole of the UK into believing that they were responsible for their own deaths. The people who were responsible for their deaths were the police and the government, and they conspired to cover that atrocity up for years and years and years. And there's been a campaign, the Hillsborough for Justice campaign, which has just fought long and hard for justice. They managed to get a ruling that the people lost their lives unlawfully, but unfortunately at the last court case when someone was up facing justice, you know, the criminal justice system does what it always does, and it dropped the case against them. So there's been a tiny bit of justice, but there hasn't been justice, and we just pray that Grenfell gets justice. But what you will notice is that was more than 30 years that they've been fighting for justice for those people who died. And what you will notice is if I walk down the street, heaven forbid, and murdered someone today, I will face justice quite swiftly within maybe a matter of months. But when it's corporate crimes, when it's crimes by those in power, when it's crimes by the government, we have reports, we have tribunals, we have things that go on and on and on and on in the hope that we, the working class, will forget about what they've done. And never does one person stand in a courtroom and face justice, because that is how capitalism works. Those in power have written the laws and written the rule book, so they never face justice. So I just pray that in our lifetime we see that change and we get justice for Grenfell and justice for Roseland. Okay, and our next speaker is Lara.
Thank you. I hope you can hear me. No face, no case, obviously. Firstly, thank you so much to every speaker and the organisers. Make some noise. Big up to you. The bill that we're here to kill affects so many different people for so many different reasons. I was on this same square only on Saturday to protest against the Turkish government's atrocities being committed against Kurds in Kurdistan. Yes, the Turkish Interior Minister on live Turkish news admitted that he can call up Priti Patel on her telephone and tell her to shut up the BBC and not report on these crimes being committed every day against Kurdish people. This is censorship. Yeah, fuck Priti Patel. This is censorship. It's an international atrocity. Kurds are killed every day back home, and as a diaspora, it is our right and responsibility to protest against this. The UK sells arms to Turkey to use against Kurds. Our government is complicit in crimes being committed globally every day. This is colonial, this is fascist, and they want to silence us here as well. And we say no. We have a chant that we say to big up all the women back home fighting against ISIS and Turkey. We say Jian, Jin Azadi. I'm going to give you the English translation and we're going to chant it together, yeah? Women, life, freedom. Women, life, freedom. Women, life, freedom. Women, life, freedom. Big ups all yourselves. Make some noise. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Laura. And yeah, our governments, they like to pretend that they're really kind of democratic and lovely, but they're not. If anyone doesn't believe me, please just look over the human rights violations that we committed during the so-called war on terror when we sent suspects to Guantanamo Bay to be interrogated with members of MI5 stood in the room and passed questions on to the interrogators, but didn't get our hands dirty, but we're complicit in torture, which we as a Western nation are supposed to stand against. Please do Google these things, there's just a long list of ways that this government and the police are corrupt and are no better than the states that they decry and call, barbaric and whatnot, and all the things they say about brown-skinned nation. They're no better. They just do it in a really polite, nice way, and they just hide it behind a smile. So yeah, I think we really should have a little look at the history. But on to our next speaker, my good friend, fellow Scouser, who's travelled down from Liverpool today. Felix Mufti Rai.
Hi, I'm Felix. I'm an organiser for Trans Pride Liverpool. Well, who knows for how much longer I'll be able to say that. But yeah, I just wanted to say it's amazing like how we can all bring together our intersectional realities to take down institutional problems like the police. When I was hate crimes, when I was 15, I was victim blamed and told I shouldn't have been in the boys' toilets. And then every time at any vigil, at any and when the hate crime division say they want to speak, they say that our community has a low reporting rate. I wonder why. There's more urgency shown towards that fucking statue than there was when my head was smashed against Ange. A year ago, we took to the streets to try and, help reform the GRA as well after empty promises, years and years of empty promises by Theresa May and by other little buffoons that I can't stand. And what did we get? Just a bit of a cheaper fee. Oh, thank you. As trans people, we're expected to go to cis people and beg for them. Are we trans enough for you? Are we trans enough for you? And there's the possibility that they can say no. But they said, no, it's fine because you can pay a bit less money. And how does this make sense? I think that we need to just carry on taking to the streets until they say we're not allowed anymore. And please make sure you do not talk to the blue-bibbed officers. They seem overly friendly, and that's because that's their job, to seem overly friendly. So please, be careful. But yeah, be angry, be here, be queer. Thank you.
Felix is an absolutely incredible activist in Liverpool, and we will have another trans pride. Most of our LGBT events were cancelled during Pride Month, but also during Pride Month we had more than 5 attacks against members of the LGBT community. So we did have a protest, we stood in solidarity and we came out in our thousands to support our LGBT community. But that's the issue. Pride, Trans Pride, they are not events. They are not, something that corporate giants can stand in front of. They are process, and they cannot be cancelled under any circumstances ever.
Thank you so much for listening to all our amazing speakers. Sometimes all of this can get really, really heavy. So I want to present you with a wonderful opportunity to shake it up. I believe that there's many ways to fight something and to make change. It doesn't always have to be physical, it doesn't always have to be violent. Sometimes we can fight with our joy and with our unity. So I'm going to introduce a clever young man from an organisation called Speak About Street Pride, which will go around
What is it with the Tory party and sex scandals? When Boris Johnson said, screw the foreign aid, Matt Hancock took it literally. Wallpaper at Downing Street, £840 a roll. That's nothing compared to that lady at Curry, £126,000 a roll. Jack Dar, 006.542. Corrupt Tories out! Liars, cheats, charlatans, the lion! Pretty Patel doesn't like a noisy protest. She wants to stop everybody protesting. Good luck with that one, Pretty. Democracy comes before a corrupt Tory MP and a corrupt Tory minister.
I'll just walk around, look for another protest, because I think I saw one earlier over there in the corner. So I'll just see what's happening over there. See what's going on over here. I think it's another protest of some sort.
Has committed an international crime against the people of the United Kingdom. They have committed a crime against the people of United. They have committed a crime against the people of the United. And the government of the United Kingdom is doing nothing. Why is that? If you want the oil, you can keep the oil. I bet you every Biafran here today, every Biafran alive will definitely support that Biafrans should give the oil and gas to Britain for free. I myself, I support it. If Britain wants the oil and gas, they can take it for. I support it from the marrows of my bone. And I know every man and woman that is standing here, that is in everywhere right now, that is a Biafran. No, what is oil? We have our brain. Japan doesn't have oil. Japan doesn't have oil. They are one of the biggest economies in the world.
Eastern part of Nigeria, but we wanted our breakaway because we don't want to. This is what they are doing.
Natural resources is nothing. What you have in your brain is bigger than natural resources. Because natural resources will eventually run out, or it will fade away.
Which government?
But the natural resources that can never be taken from you is your brain. It is development of your brain. Britain can have the oil and the gas. No! Give it to them for free. But you see, Biafra, we must watch. We must be free. Biafras must do what? Must be free. Because the way you love your children, so we love. The way you love to live life, so we love to live life. You brought the church to us. We accepted it. You brought your culture to us. We accepted this. You said we should respect and obey. We do that. And then you all around and give bodies and life up to kill us. Can you justify that? Can you justify that? Has any Biafran attacked a British citizen in a violent way? Has any Biafran anywhere in the world attacked a British person in a violent way? We do the same thing you do. You brought African church to us, we ran into it. You brought your Bible, we took your Bible. You brought your culture, we add your names into our names. Everybody here has an English name.
back to Parliament Square. Looks like it's all kicking off here again.
How's everyone feeling? Are you guys tired yet? Do you want to do one more routine? One more, Simon!
Simon.
Okay. Yeah, make it up. Big applause for every one of you. Come on. As I said before, we Speaker Box Street Party, we're just trying to deliver some kind of happiness through this amazing society that basically they want to try to divide it us. I don't care. I love everyone. I want basically to live in a better society where we can spread love, positivity, and this being is going to definitely fucked up. Okay, all right. So we definitely try. We need to stay together and try to take down that beat. All right. So you can check me. You can check us. Speaker Box Street Party in our basically all social networks, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, wherever, YouTube, okay? Speaker Box Street Party. We're gonna do one last one after, okay? Thank you so much.
Time people coming, Speaker Box Street Party. Back to the serious one. Can I hear you make the noise one more time? A little bit more noise, a little bit noise, and make some more noise. Because for some reason this government thinks that it's acceptable to tell us that we can't make noise. It's literally a legislation. As a musician, I think that's the problem. As a dancer, I'm sure Simon could personally like this. And as generally loud, bubbly London people, they can always get a little bit offended being told that being on the quiet. Just think about the ridiculousness of bombing
sorry, all this call out from drummers to come.
Stay quiet. Speak up. If you do, go sit somewhere and do it very quietly. You have to stop saying so. And that's why we need to kill this bill. We need to kill this bill because we still need to protect black women. We need to kill this bill because we still need to protect trans youth. We need to kill this bill because we have to protect the very ground that we walk on. The trees that give us air. The bees that give us food. It says a lot. There's a saying often that we hear in society when we think of, you can tell a lot by a person about how they treat a waiter. I think you can also tell a lot about people about how they treat the world around them. We walk into our friend's house and they have a really messy house. I used to have a really messy house when I was really, really depressed. I couldn't tidy it. And everyone would come around and say, there's something wrong. You're not okay. Something wrong. You're right. When we look around at our house, this world that we live in, it's incredibly messy. For all of us. And one of my favourite artists said,
white cis man. He's never been ready for suppression. So to him, he'd be like, yeah, you just chat shit. Not that, no, this is what the situation is. And I find it interesting that speaking of minority, somebody in the LGBTQ community come to me and tell me that this is what they happen. And I can sit with them and say, I recognize that. I have not been through it, but I recognize that happened to me. And they cannot recognize what they've put us through over the years. They cannot recognize what they have done to us. They cannot recognize what they've done to other countries. And when they speak about how Britain is the least racist and then tell us to America, who taught America to do what they're doing right now? Who made America? And again, America is again, about that America is and no one wanted to speak about that, and everybody's going to say no, la 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 la. They want to put the blame. They make us put the blame at the people who are to blame. They're commandeering us all in front and they divide us and they make us, yeah, you know, these are you can't do it. But they're in the back commandeering us, telling us that you should. It's easier to design and conquer and for all of us to stand together and say no. We're covering your bullshit.
Every time a walk made in honor of my invented skin,
protesting as well. If you draw your art to do that, if you're a musician, if you're a poet, if you're a writer, like if you're a dancer, like if you're a great, like if you great hair, that's like, do you know what I mean? It's like looking after black hair is a form of protest in itself because they're trying to illegalize the way that our hair grows naturally, which doesn't make any goddamn sense. Because how can you make your pants out of meat? What? Excuse me. Are you swapping my hair? Working the fight I can always do so. And no bill, no law, nothing you put in place will ever stop my hair growing the way that it grows. So I would say keep protesting, but not just on these streets and actions, little things that you do, like challenge people. And I'm not saying like go up to them and like accusate. Like you can just have conversations with people. Call people out on their bullshit. It's not that hard. I promise you it's quite fun to do. Especially when you're calm about it. You're like, hey, I'm so sorry, you can't say anything like that. Like, do you know what I mean? What's the hit? What's the hit? Like, but yeah, keep protesting, keep fighting, keep doing what you're doing. I promise you it will pay off. Don't lose hope. We got this.
One more time, keep on The 7 billion countries are voices. Voices and words are so powerful. And especially when we come together, we actually listen to each other's experiences, because every time you speak to someone that has been through something you haven't been through, it's an opportunity for you to learn something new. Something you could have ever learned. And I think that's a really important thing for us to share. I'm going to invite everyone to speakers, okay? Please welcome from Inside Writers. Speak about a very important topic of mental health.
On this fear and this shame that those that
out Immortal Aliens. Yeah. Yeah. Hey Local, how you doing, mate? What's up? Oh, they're walking this way now. I think they're heading to Parliament.
Yes, just that way, and that's where we're going.
Yeah, we lost Cav. There's Rosa and Hannah, we lost Cav.
See what's coming around this way, so expect them at the end. Going to end the live stream here. Hope you all enjoyed. Thumbs up if you have. Stay tuned for more. Also, if you want to continue to watch this, head over to Immortal Aliens, because I think he'll still be covering Kill the Bill protest, which is outside of Parliament right now. So head over to Immortal Aliens if you want to continue watching. Anyway, stay tuned for more.